Amazing. Morning. So we're in Ilkley at the start of the Dales Way. Gorgeous, look at this. I'm not actually sure if there's an official start point. Found it. Here we go. It's the Dales Way. So started in Ilkley, down here. Appletreewick today. Buckden the next day. Can't remember, somebody around here. Burnside, and then finishing in the lakes, hopefully next Saturday morning. Looking forward to this. 82 miles. Well, let's go. So basically we're going to follow the river Wharfe, I think, for quite a few miles. I think it kind of chops and changes over one side to the other before eventually heading off into the fells, I think, about the halfway point. But lovely day for it so far. Look at these little cottages. Amazing little street this. Apparently the mill dates back to the 1780s or something. There was a blue plaque back there, but as usual, I wasn't paying attention. But these places are lovely. I'll tell you what a lovely little town Ilkley is. I don't think I've been there. I remember vaguely going to Ilkley Moor when I was about 14 or 15. On Ilkley Moor Bar Tat, where the Ducks play football. But I don't ever remember going into the town. What a lovely place that is. Spend a fortune now, I tell you. They've got to go outdoors, out kit, crag hoppers. Just as well I don't need anything at the moment. Yeah, nice few pubs, restaurants, cafes. I think there's just something about a northern town. Ripon, Beverley, Harrogate. Yeah, maybe I was a northerner in a previous life, but yeah, I definitely recommend Ilkley. Quite like to come back. Maybe a little cheeky weekend away. So there's not much to see at the moment. That's why I'm kind of rabbiting, but the river's over there somewhere. We're about to rejoin it in a moment. I'll bring you back when I do. Wobbly old bridge. Look at these places. Proper log cabin. At least cost a few quid. Look at the views though. Got the new tyres on as well for this one. The Ultra Olympus 6. Well, a few weeks ago I've worn them on a couple of sort of day walks, so this is the first test. So far so good. Didn't think I'd need proper boots. And to be honest, I haven't even got my trekking poles out yet. It's just flat and easy. So far so good. Just coming up to Bolton Abbey, or the remains of. More importantly, there's an ice cream van over there. Quite impressive, isn't it? I think the gist of it is that it fell into disrepair when Henry VIII broke with the church, and they rebuilt the left-hand side. That kind of left the ruin. We're going to have a little look round. What a little spot this is. Graveyard, stepping stones. I think I'll take the bridge. Might be a bit safer. Yep. This is the Strid. Doesn't look much. It's one of the most dangerous sections of water in the UK. I did a little bit of research. Apparently there's caves kind of down underneath. It goes down to about 9 metres. So it looks pretty calm today, but you do not want to fall in there. That's for sure. A lot of kids here as well for Easter. We keep a careful eye on those. Don't want to slip in. Dodgy, very dodgy. Yeah, you do not want to go in there. I think this is Bowness Bridge. I'm not sure, I think I've got to cross here and follow the other side of the river. Find out in a minute. Off the old bridge. One of the reasons I chose the Dales Way, I did the coast to coast last year, and I absolutely love the Yorkshire Dales part. It's not quite as demanding, obviously, as the lakes, but this is something about, you know what I mean, like the dry stone walls, the riverside. Yeah, I mean, you just can't knock it. Not quite going to get me into Swaledale, this one, but maybe that's for another day. But I just love the Yorkshire Dales. Cannot knock it. So it's about 4:30. I'm almost at the campsite. I just made a slight detour to the pub. When I was planning this, I picked up a book from the charity shop, The Best Pubs in the Yorkshire Dales, and one of them is the Craven Arms in Appletreewick. So it's not right straight ahead, it's over there somewhere. So do we think it's open at 4:30 on a Monday? There's only one way to find out. Looks open to me. Morning, day 2. Just leaving Nathan's campsite. Lovely little spot, this. Got a little drying area, toilet, showers, even got its own coffee shop. Just been lounging around this morning. Not in any rush. Recommend it. I'll tell you what though, it was freezing last night. Absolutely hoofed it down with rain. My quilt got a bit wet in the night, touching the side. But yeah, it was bitter. Glad I bought my kind of winter stuff really. Slept in my puffer jacket and my hat. I say slept. Thought I dozed on and off for about 7 hours. But onwards and upwards, heading to Buckden campsite today, which I think is about, I don't know, 14 miles I think. But going through Grassington, Kettlewell, so I'm looking forward to that. This is Burnsall, another picture postcard, little village. Looks like a decent pub over there. Shame it's only 10 o'clock. What a lovely spot. That's the red line. Lovely Lovely little pub. What a view. What a nice place for a pint. What are midges about there? It's lovely. Another little lovely village in the north. I love a northern village. Have I mentioned that? So the choices here. Over the rickety old bridge. All the very dodgy looking stepping stones. Not sure I fancy the other side of that either, to be honest. See if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, might have to be the bridge. Do I not like that? This is Linton Falls. It's been so dry recently, there's probably not a huge amount of water coming through. Just imagine what it's going to be like when it's wet. It'll be like a torrent. All of that will be underwater. Needs work, I think. Do a upper. Maybe into Grassington. Not too busy considering it's Easter. Nice little place, isn't it? I've been here before, I think I've stayed there. At the Grassington house. Years and years ago. Another life. Right, let's go and find something to eat. Lunch of champions. So I think got about 4 miles of this now, all the way into Buckden. Yeah, Buckden I think. Rain stopped anyway, that's good. Fingers crossed it stays off. So peaceful, isn't it? So I have to say I'm struggling with this one a bit. Not physically because it's very flat and easy, but I'm finding it really mentally exhausting. So cut a long story short, my mum died 11 days ago, and this has been in the diary for months, and I thought maybe I just need to go and just try and get some alone time, you know, try and process things. But I'm really struggling to get any form of motivation or get my mojo back. I just don't know what to do, to be honest with you. Yeah, she's been having treatment, having chemo for a while, and then she was admitted on the 10th of March and just never came out of hospital. So I spent the kind of 4 weeks going backwards and forwards to Nottingham Hospital every other day, and yeah, just kind of watched it deteriorate really. It's just been really hard. And I thought maybe this might help, but I haven't even got the motivation to put my headphones in. I'm just kind of putting one foot in front of the other, and that's about as much as I can manage at the moment. Anyway, I reckon I'm about a mile from Buxton, whatever. I'm going to go to the pub and have a couple of pints. Hopefully I'll wake up in the morning and to tell a bit more about me. I'm going to need it because it's due to piss down all day. So I'll bring you back in Buckden. One thing I forgot to mention, I've signed up for a couple of the Macmillan Mighty hikes for cancer in June and September. So I'll pop a link in the description for this video below. Please, anything you can spare, just click on the link. Thank you. Nice little pub. Morning, day 3, just left Buckden. Forecast today is pretty horrific this afternoon. Got to get to Ribblehead Viaduct, so we're going to run into some downpours, I think. So I've got my waterproofs on. It's a bit chilly as well, but there we go. Nice little river walk, hopefully, and then kind of go up and over the top a bit, so that might be a bit muddy. We'll see how we go. Here's the old church. This is at Hubberholme. Hubberholme? Just opposite the pub. Thank you. What a lovely spot. What a lovely day. Lovely time to spend a Wednesday in the Dales. I mean, you can't knock it, can you? Just walking by the river. There's a sheep. Not really seen too many other people. Walking with the lady I met at the pub last night who's doing the Dales way, so that's nice. Yeah, just pootling along, chatting away. Lovely day. They really are newborns, aren't they, these ones? Come on, mate, off you go. Don't get left behind. This is Bowness-on, so this is where we turn off. And we go that way, I think. So, over the stepping stones, over the bridge. Nice little honesty box here at Outland Shore. Stop and have a cup of tea. Probably ring the bell. This is Nethergale Farm. On-site honesty shop. Look at this, lovely. Oh, there's my new friend Caroline. You gonna wave?
Sorry.
This is awesome. Just put the kettle on. What a place. Thoroughly recommend stopping here. Hopefully we've missed the rain as well. So this whole stretch pretty much from Nethergale Farm onwards got sort of muddy, especially at the moment because it's been raining. Yeah, full waterproofs. But at least it's not absolutely hoofing it down like it was forecast. Not bad.
And a splendid view.
basically follow the Penrhyn Way now, all the way down to Ribblehead Viaduct. At least I think we do. But yeah, lovely day for it. Is it? Ribblehead Viaduct. Just in the distance over there. Slight detour by the Ribblehead Viaduct. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Apparently it's 150 years old. I'm staying just up there at the Station Inn. So it's about a mile off the Dales Way, which is fine. Just got to walk back tomorrow. But yeah, fantastic day today. I have to say I've absolutely loved it. The trials and tribulations of yesterday. I would say it's absolutely freezing. Goodbye sunshine from last week and a cold wind. Pub. Lovely job. Morning. Welcome to day 4 on the Dales Way. Today it's going to be a cracking day. Up to Dent, and then across to Sedbergh, whatever. I'm booked in at a campsite there, so hopefully the rain is behind us now, and get the sun cream out later. It's not going to happen clearly, but we live in hope. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Pretty cool, isn't it? Definitely a popular spot here. Even though it's a mile off the trail, I definitely recommend it. I mean, it's lovely. And a pub at the top of the hill, which I thoroughly recommend. Nice.
That's Ingleborough.
Ingleborough and what, Whernside?
Whernside's that one.
Okay, Ingleborough and something.
That one behind is Whernside.
Whernside.
So the other one must mean it's Pengent.
Okay, yeah, in the background, that would make sense. Lovely view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's grab that Pengent. Whernside, Ingleborough, one of the two. And the other one over there.
Your camera's soft.
Sun's coming out. Look at that. I think we follow this path now. This is Dent Viaduct. Dent Viaduct. Got a road closure here apparently, not going to let us through. So it's going to find out whereabouts it is. Alright pal. So you can't get through the diversion even on foot. They put some concrete barriers across. But there is a little pathway to a farm just before you get to the road closure. It kind of takes you up left. And then the footpath, you can just see it, comes down here and brings you back out on the road. Easy walking, not a problem. Right, we've got a woodpecker alert. Just on one of these branches apparently. Let's see if we can find it. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the fella. There you go, you can see that now. Little red and white woodpecker. Nice place with a viaduct behind. Look at that. Look at this place, it's incredible. This is about a mile short of Dent, I think. This might be Cowgill. the dales in the background. It's just amazing. That's crazy.
Flippin' heck.
Coming into Dent. Pub. George and Dragon. This is the vampire graveyard at Dent. Apparently, somebody's buried here that in the 1700s they thought was buried not at peace, and at night sheep were being slaughtered by a black hare, and the farmer shot the hare and followed the trail of blood, and it led back to a house of the guy that was dead called George Hodgson, and he was there tending to a gunshot wound. So they dug up the grave and he was still in there, but with signs of hair growth, and his fingernails had grown. So they reburied him and then drew a massive brass stake through the coffin just to make sure, but I cannot find the actual gravestone. And to be honest, I'm knackered, so I'm going to go to the pub. Anyway, that's the legend of George Hodgson, 1700s. Just come through Dent, stopped at a lovely little cafe that I think is the Heritage Centre. Oh, best cheese and ham toast I've ever had, I think. So they're pushing on to Sedbergh now. Get another 5 or 6 miles in while the sun's shining. I've got a campsite booked there for later. And then the walking pals stayed in Dent on a slightly different time scale now, so I'm going to press on at pace, I think, trying to get to Sedbergh and then get to the pub. Catch you back. Amazing. 1 mile. Sedbergh between the trees, baby. Some sort of lookout turret by the looks of it. And the pepper pot. An isolation house for Mr. Taylor's daughter. Blimey, imagine being stuck in there. Oh, Farm and Fell campsite. Oh, I'm knackered. Let's get pitched up. Elite setup. Look at that, bang on. Day 5 on the Dales Way. It was freezing last night, as you can probably tell by the state of me this morning. Decent campsite, but very basic. Nice showers to be fair, but it was freezing. It's about 7 o'clock now, so I've set off early because I've got a few miles to do to get to Burleyside before it starts to rain. So I'm going to make tracks. Bit of a transition day apparently, this one. Going to be quite a few farmers' fields. Just coming out the Yorkshire Dales. And then, not long after that, coming to the lakes. That'll be cool. Change of scenery. Nice. This is Ribblehead Viaduct. Pretty impressive, isn't it? It's nice to be able to walk right under this one. Marvellous. When I've come under here, just, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the M6 just behind. Got across the M6 somewhere. And then I think it's basically farms fields. So we'll see if there's anything worth filming. Catch you in a bit. Bye bye Yorkshire Dales. Just made it into Burnside. Rain finally relented. Had a pretty horrible morning and first part of the afternoon, to be honest. That sort of transition between dales and lakes, so a lot of farmers' fields, a bit of mud, not really much of interest. Didn't feel much at all, to be fair. Just have a little wander around Burnside and see if I can find the pub I'm staying at tonight, which will be a bonus. There's not a lot here in Burnside, but there is a chippy. Does coffee as well next door to the pub. I'd recommend it. Morning, final day of the Dales Way. Just leaving Burnside, just checked out the pub. Nice little pub, but there is nothing else in Burnside. There's a little like a mini mart back that way, and there's a chippy. If you're expecting Burnside to be full of little coffee shops, cafes, etc., it ain't that. I've also dropped my selfie stick somewhere, which is really annoying. So yeah, there we are. Bit of a bugger. So I'm back to the old school of trying to hold this with my hand. Anyway. 9.5 miles to Windermere today, so should be relatively straightforward. Weather's dry. Let's crack on. Yeah, I forgot there is a bread store. I forgot about that. Up there somewhere. I don't need anything, but it might be useful for somebody. This is about 1.5 miles past Burnside. Buy it, turn it into a hostel. Perfect location. Magnificent. Who's in? Just in case you weren't entirely clear which way the footpath was. Just coming through Staveley. I was going to stop at Wilf's Cafe, but it's about a 15-minute walk into town, maybe 10 minutes. I don't need anything, so I'm just going to keep moving, I think. Not long had breakfast. That is quite a road climb. Oh, not quite at the top of it either. But look at the views. Honesty box here. Oh, just past the farm. Probably about 2 miles from the end. Stop here, I think. Little Easter cakes. Oh, that's champion. Probably pound it. If I can get the box open. Fellas. I can't believe I'm now having to rush. I've got 58 minutes to do the last 2.5 miles. to get to the train station to get the last remaining train running from Windermere to Oxenhope before all the rest are cancelled because of Easter weekend engineering works. What a way to finish. Oh. Into the lakes. Look at that. What a sight that is. A few cows this way. No calves though. No calves. Here we go. Into the Dales Way. It's just gone 11:30. I've got zero chance of making the train. So wish me luck. Good though, I enjoyed that.